I am yours truly, the bottom line, Santee Walden, and good evening. Yeah, I'm sitting here in normal space in here chilling. So I told you I come out here sometimes to join this space here because it's like it's quiet more around this time. It's later. People have worn out and the energy's down a little bit more low. All right. I don't like to be sit around and be trifled with, dude. All right, no, not really. I like people bothering me. Not while I'm working. All right, now it's a time where I can just have an open and honest opinion about certain things. That's cool. All right, but you would for those times in here, I tell people like I'm welcome as far as people are welcome as far as the community. Anybody can just walk up to me if you want to just start a conversation or rap. You more than welcome to do that, dude. I'm a damn human being. I'm a person like anyone else. It's just the courses in the time when I'm trying to make sure I do these damn streams. I like to make sure that I'm giving everything my undivided attention because, of course, I take my work seriously, just like any one of y'all. When you go to work and you go to do something, you take that shit seriously. You're not in here to play. You don't want anybody to think that you're a jokester about what you take so seriously. And some people don't give a damn either way. All right. It's not them taking a risk, they're not sacrificing anything, they don't lose nothing to come and crash your shit. All right. No, it's all entertaining. It's all the memes. Like I said for Maryland, there's this thing here, dude. All right, where you just find people in here where life may not be made for them all the way. You can look at their lives and see little gaps and holes like you can see anyone else. But that darker side is that Maryland, like I told you, it possesses more of like, all right, that demon feel. All right, where a person dried out here, they old, defeated, and they just want to find somebody in life to target. All right. No, I'm hurt. I'm down here at the lowest. I need somebody to beat down at. All right. And as I told you guys here, when we ignore these circumstances, we can't really hear or see anything. And when we don't ignore these circumstances, we still can't really hear or see anything. So it's to the point now where the internet is settled properly here and I'm good. You're like, why? Because I can keep this door shut. All right. Yeah, I don't care what happens here on the outskirts of this here, man. I just know that God is blessing me. I'm gonna keep rolling with the good people. All right, yes indeed. And I hope everybody well. All right, despite what anybody thinks about the natures of me, which I can't control everything. Yeah, I do hope everybody that is living well and you're in a good space. All right, I just appreciate having, as I said, my space here. All right, yeah, man. If that means I got to come out a little bit later, I'll sacrifice time throughout my life. Do I need to be getting rest around this time, how other people do? Yeah, but let me tell you this here too. All right. Nothing in the world has become too busy ever in my world in here where I forget the responsibilities and the duties and these circumstances that I've been left for as public servant for my people. All right. And sometimes that means you got the power to save people from themselves. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Shit. I convert energy different ways here on purpose to keep people off my traction. All right. So a person might sit here and look at me and think they know what my next two moves are. You don't. All right. You will burn yourself out for hours trying to chase where you think I'm going to go at next. And I do this shit on purpose. All right. No, I want to flail you all the way down to your socks. All right. Till a nigga sweating. All right. You're hot. You got something glued to your back. You so busy trying to be nosy. All right. No, you're so busy. All right. To where as though you're mentally dizzy out this joker. All right. Yeah, you're seeing shit in the sky. Now you're hearing words that are not there. All right. Right. I want you like that, dude. Because if it means that much for you to get into my business or anybody else's business in particular, shame on you. All right. No, shame on you. It ain't that damn real. Mm-hmm. I always tell people all the time, dude. All right. Ain't nothing in here that the God then blessed you to be able to hear. All right. That you truly gonna miss. All right. If he lines you up for you to hear it, then you gonna hear it. All right. If he didn't and you jumping out your lane to hear stuff, dude, that's on you. All right. That's how I look at it here, dude. No, you do not push and shove your way into the spaces here where you're uninvited. All right. It leaves for bad experiences. If I see a white only sign on something, I'm getting out of here. All right. I'm not coming across to see if you really mean this to your context to white only. All right. I'm not walking around the back. All right. To see if somebody may or may not put a duffel bag over my head and escort me. All right. Somewhere deep in the woods. All right. That's that Crocodile Dundee stuff. This is that suspected white supremacist and Karen like behavior where you investigate everything that's not bothering you. All right. Right. You do a deep investigation on what's not doing anything to you. All right. No, you're doing everything to it. At least you're trying to. All right. Right. But you're doing a deep dive study on some shit here that ain't got nothing to do with me. All right. Right. This is what it means to them. All right. To try to soak up or to take in everything. Because to the cases of what I've learned, this is what the dominant society and some of y'all people have taught me here. All right. I don't care if it's year to date or it's years that I've lived in my life, dude. If they cannot be invited to what you're doing, if you won't give them praise upon they trolling and buffoonery and like some of the weird stuff that they do, all right, they'll openly start trying to sabotage, disrupt, and like publicly destroy what you have because you won't treat them with any praise or acknowledge them as anything superior. This is how sick and psychotic they are. All right. I'm talking about from behavior. All right. Y'all can see it right there. Some of my neighbors run. You look at it every day. That's not normal. All right. You think for any parts in the world, I'm gonna have another person having me move or get up. All right. Or I'm waiting till they go take a shit. All right. Or standing right there by your damn joint, your window, all that. No. All right. I have a life. All right. I will purposely, when I go sit there in the confines of my family, I'm quiet most of the time. All right. No, because I know it's some old sniffing around underneath the bottom of the door, listening ass nigga everywhere. All right. So I'm careful with words. All right. Sometimes I don't say nothing. All right. Yeah, because I know you're breathing right there. All right. Yeah, I see you. All right. And that's all the more reason not to say anything. All right. Right. I don't give digs off and extras for free. And I don't let slime bags and peeping toms, all right, creep and slither around me. All right. While you sitting here trying to pay me some mind, I'm looking at you. And we can just be some staring ass jokers. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. Only thing different is with my science and the way that I kick through here, Halls, when we get finished this. All right. No, people will continue to know that I'm sane. All right. I don't know what they're going to say about you. All right. I'm just a guy that likes to play the game because I'm good at it. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. You don't become my age the way that I am, and you're not good at it. All right. Talking about a man who used to look, man. No, I used to roast my classmates because I was bored. All right. No, I'd barbecue you. I'd come find you. Me and a man by the name of David Taylor. All right. And Fabian Cole. All right. We'll come find you. All right. And meet middle. All right. At a lunch table and put our trays down and roast you. All right. This is what I was doing as a kid. All right. I always been the man. I always been fresh. I think I always had a tongue of gold, dude. That's me. All right. I'm not trying to be someone. All right. That's the difference. All right. I don't have to act sporadically or to jump out, to flail my hands, to put extra emphasis behind any message because I just am who I am, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. No extras, no seasoning, no line. All right. Just me. All right. That's all, dude. I don't come with extras. I don't come with anything else. If y'all hear anything extra, it is not anything I've asked for or something I've probably asked to get away from me, and it refuses to do so. All right. So for anybody listening live, all right, I didn't bring anybody here but me. All right. That's it. All right. If you see somebody, if you hear a body, all right, slide down my window. All right. Yeah, if somebody you happen to hear somebody sniffing up underneath the car, all right, just recognize just to make sure to ask me if I'm okay. All right. Yeah, if you hear it, dude, because I didn't authorize it. All right. Just to tell y'all, anybody see anything weird as we streaming? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did not tell somebody, hey, come on over here, yo. Hey, come here, yo. I didn't say that. All right. So I got to restart this joint. We're going to come right back. I got to make sure ain't no skipping in this. Give me a second. You looking for somebody physically to bully, all right, that go after. Hurt people are looking for other people to hurt, dude. All right, because misery does not want to be by itself. All right, aka misery loves company. All right, yeah, remember that. All right, when you see Karens, when you see dried up white supremacists, when you see folks in here, all right, who are left with nothing, maybe but a dog or possibly some squirrels, all right, harassing the kid. All right. Understand, I don't want no company. All right. I don't need an extra set of shoelaces or flip flops to do this. All right. The recipe's already been cooked years ago. All right. I just want you to enjoy. All right. That's all I'm asking. All right. Enjoy. Mm-hmm. Let me do my thing. All right. And you do yours. All right. I ain't gonna look. I promise you, boy, ain't no gardening tools gonna come up, mister. All right, nothing. Whatever you do, I want you to do it to the best of the capacities without anybody interrupting you or making you feel some type of way about your gardening. All right. Yeah, be the best. All right, this is how I say it here, dude. Because I'm not a hater. I'm not jealous of anything. I don't care. All right. No, it's not my cases and opinion to have about certain matters in here that don't affect me, where these folks ain't in my home every damn day. All right. I don't have to roll over to look at you every day. All right. So when I look at other people's feelings, when I see other people here in the world, all right, depending on how the reactions are towards me, I look at it as mentally, all right, you came outside or you moving around here like this already predetermined. All right. That ain't anything I can break. All right. Yeah, it means even on this case, if I can say it shorter, if a person mentally wants to react on shit mode, that's how they're going to be. All right. Am I supposed to hit the reverse shit mode button? All right. Ain't no such thing. All right. If a person's came for your head, let me say this in a different way here once again. Third way. If a person has decided to come for your head, dude, then trust and believe it is what it is. All right. Ain't no time in here, as you said, to rethink strategy to try to put things on a different set. Once the smoke is there and it's already on. All right. It's about you finishing your meal. All right. And it's about letting whatever that threat is know that you're not actually existing, dude. All right. Yeah, you've got to matter first. All right. And I built status mattering halls by making sense and fighting the right battles. All right. The right ones. All right. Understand, everybody wants to try to challenge me some type of way as I sit here and look at my life. I look around sometimes for no reason at all. All right. No, simply because because people might feel like I know something. All right. That's it. All right. Nigga might raise his voice. Somebody trying to debate with you out of nowhere. It's like, hey, calm down. Calm down. All right. Chill. All right. Please, yo. I don't know. I'm not sure. All right. Calm down. All right. Yeah. I get this bullshit all the time. Sometimes some strange directions. All right. Yeah. But what I do understand over anything else, and I'm giving y'all this here, all right, is that sometimes people in this world can't help themselves. So when you hear somebody make up a decision in their mind like that here, Hoss, you, like I said, you got to keep moving and grooving and remind the dots on the board or the suds, all right, that you're really not here. All right. I have to be able, as I said in here, to point something out for certain cases. All right. To call out a name, to do some of these things in here in order to have the presence of a lot of this trash. All right. Comics have things called hecklers in the crowd. All right. Yeah. And sometimes these people get violent. All right. Yeah. And will come up and try to snuff you. All right. I've seen this shit. Sometimes you seen here in the cases for Marvin Harris and others, people will get roasted all the way out the building. But if it's one thing that I do know about that from hecklers or anything else I've seen, the class clown and a lot of these losers, all right, folks with corny ass jokes is this, dude. When a corny, all right, a corny trolled white supremacist come around here trolling, using white supremacist tactics here. All right, they're coming in here, all right, directly to strip something away from everybody else's knowledge. It's not just the cases of them trying to detract your statement or dilute something that a black person came to give up to other black folks. All right. It is to try to discourage you altogether so that message doesn't get delivered at all. All right. Right. We need to have less intelligent black people, not more. All right. We have to do something to stop you and just keep laughing like we're, like something's funny, even though we know we haven't heard a joke here yet. All right. No, you're just a nervous white supremacist that didn't take their medicine. All right. No, laughing hard at everything. All right. No, some of these things are weird. All right. And I'm going to go ahead to put this into caution before I go ahead to get rolling here. I got to keep my foot on the back of some of these necks here. All right. Look, respect is given through the cases here of how you go ahead to give it to other folks. And let me tell you this, not speaking to me, when I ain't speaking to you, is respectful towards me. All right. I appreciate that. All right. Keep it coming. All right. No, because it shows an understanding. All right. No, I'm on this side, you on that side. All right. Nothing I do is going to affect anything you're doing. All right. Right. Because you're on that side and I'm on this side. And we don't even have to address each other. That's comfortable to me when two individuals know that. All right. Yeah, you damn right. All right. Absolutely. All right. And it's no hint to anything. It is no swayed. It is no nothing. You know what it's called? A clear understanding. All right. That's what we call it. All right. Dignified one. All right. No ink pen, no paper, no nothing. All right. Just, all right. No, the truth and the raw and the natural human experience of people enjoying their damn lives and minding their own business. All right. That don't cost you anything. Mm-hmm. Now, how much does that cost you? All right. Nothing. All right. That's what I always try to tell people here every day. All right. Me and the cases, if I did have some suspected white supremacists there next to me, all right. No, hypothetically speaking, we go in that cases and we don't like each other and we establish that. Cool. All right. Those are the most, all right, greatest lines there to go ahead to stay out of trouble and get in line with. All right. Because both sides know that we don't belong on each other's grass. All right. You don't belong over here. You shouldn't be in my face saying this. I shouldn't be in your face saying anything. No, period. All right. No, it's a comfortable, established agreement there to where as though your problems ain't mine and mine ain't yours. All right. Oh yeah. No, all that goes across the board. All right. Yes, indeed. But it establishes this sense and piece of a space here to say that we all know where we belong at. All right. Can I get an amen? All right. Oh, yeah. Couldn't be no wanderers. All right. No, that's been established. All right. Now I got to go in here into Simp Hood or Simp Hollywood and talk about Adam here tonight. Yeah, it ain't going to be a good night for you. All right. No, not when I got to read your paperwork. Yeah, and TMZ has a lot of paperwork on good old Adam. All right, we'll get to him in just a moment. I have to go and get to the scales to creep up on him. I think this is it. All right. No, it was other paperwork that didn't look good, man. No, it was some stuff from earlier. And I didn't say anything here. What's the dude's name? Don something. The dark-skinned guy, man, with the dreads that hangs out with Fresh, man. All right. I keep forgetting his name. He's a big-time Sambo, man. He's one of their guys. All right. He got a real long forehead. He got thrown out of there when they said no Muslims and they was talking about Myron Gaines. All right. Yeah, he got thrown out of there too. All right. He was behind Fresh. I think he might have had a cowboy hat on, dude. All right. What's going on, man? He had a cowboy hat on. All right. Yeah. And through that course of time there, no, with him having that damn cowboy hat on, right? All right. Yeah, they told him to get his buster ass up out of there. And Fresh had asked the security guard. I told you, say, hey, man, do you guys know what we did? Can you tell us what we did? And he said, the security guard was like, I'm not sure, man. I couldn't tell you. All right. As he held them big doors wide open, all right, to make sure that they left from up out of there. All right. Yeah. All right. That big long head nigga, not the dude with the cowboy hat on that he walked off with, but the other guy. All right. The other one. All right. Let's be clear. All right. That's the dude there that was on Adam 22's show. And Adam threw him off the show and said he didn't fool with him. All right. Which I'm surprised because that guy is a big time coon. All right. No, he kisses every white person's ass he's in proximity of. All right. I've never seen Adam just throw somebody off his platform. That probably was the first time. All right. Yeah, I'm serious. All right. Adam, the guy you getting ready to see in the video, right, is the same dude, all right, that smashed his old lady or something for 48 minutes, man. All right. Do you know that she said she want half, yo? She's taking him downtown. All right. Yes. She wants full custody of their daughter, and she wants half, yo. All right. And it's like, Adam, you're a joke, man. For all these years of being a degenerate, all these years of being a scumbag, getting in people's business, hell, getting black people murdered in the damn street. All right. And now, all right, people are pulling a banjo out for you. All right. No, you're not. He ain't too much of a simpleton, just enough here where he stops at just letting his wife get piped down. Because that's embarrassing enough to stand around other men afterwards. No, your wife doesn't respect you. No, she doesn't. All right. You're a loser. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. And on top of this case here, as we talk about this loser, all right, and full effect here, dude. All right. Now you got to deal with the suffering here, as I told you, that he's knocked you out afterwards. You didn't even have to agree to that. All right. You didn't. He didn't throw one punch. He just kind of got in the ground. All right. It didn't even look like the dude wanted to hit him, man. All right. He didn't even look like he really wanted to put his hands on him. All right. Man, nigga done pipe down your wife. All right. Yeah. And now you get into a situation on Aiden Ross's platform where you in the ring fighting this dude, and then you don't even fight him, no? All right. No, you don't even fight him. All right. Do you guys realize that Aiden Ross came out complaining, talking about the people from the event didn't want to give Adam his money. Yeah, because he didn't do anything. All right. He just got in the ground, nigga. All right. He got in the ground and got into a fetal position. All right. That's what happened. All right. Hold on here. Fair use. Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, guess who I'm shooting with today? It's finally happening. Wow, I did not know you were going to do that.
Yo, what's up, quick story time? Yo, this one time I get this random message on Twitter. They're like, hey Jason, my wife's a big fan. She wants to shoot a movie with you. What are your movie filming rates? I'm like, yeah, just 4K. He's like, okay, it's fine, it's fine. We'll give you 10. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go there and I shoot the film with the woman. I drop some severe glizzy destruction on her. And the husband is recording this, right? I'm like, this is weird as shit. I'm like, some people, I never understood it, right?
Oh, buddy. All right. You understand? No, man. This is what really like, yeah, he don't want to talk to nobody. All right. No, Adam don't want to speak. All right. Shout out to the big dog. All right. You mean while you dropping pipe? All right. The weird niggas is literally in the room. All right. Recording. All right. Yeah, it's like, yeah, dude.
Nonetheless, so I dropped the glizzy on the woman or whatever. So she dropping the go 3,000. She's saying, hey, hey, little man, you like that? He was like, yes, ma'am.
Oh, man. All right. Damn. No, the divorce papers came down. That's what the word is. If you're wondering, it's like, all right, why are we looking at this? The divorce papers have came down. She wants full custody. All right. She wants spousal support. Word on the street is she ain't working. All right. So she needs bread. You understand? All right. No, she's going to put the work on you. Like this old man right here. Hold on. All right. No, y'all was messing my step up here from earlier. All right. You made me miss a few steps here. You understand? All right. No, it was two old cats in here arguing. All right. And the old nigga was in there making up names. All right. Putting hands on him. All right. His voice was real raspy. All right. He said something. He said he said something Davis. Whatever he said. No, he just caught him with a jab. All right. He didn't even have his guards up. All right. Check him out. All right. I'm talking about Mr. Miyagi, dude. All right.
Jefferson Davis.
Cigarette. Got a cigarette?
Look, man. Who the hell is Jefferson Davis, man? All right. Who's Jefferson Davis? Who's Jefferson Davis? All right. Whatever cases is, he backhanded him after that. All right. Yes, indeed. No, look, ma, no hand. Now.
Jefferson Davis.
Bam.
Got some cigarette? Got a cigarette?
No, put it on him. No, put it on him. All right. Backhanded him with the dirty thumb he had over there. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. No, his hands is like that. All right. No, even with gray hair. All right. Well, I learned from watching Game of Thrones, at least what they say there. They said that the old men get a little bit stronger there. All right. And ain't nothing more greater than a strong old man. All right. No, about 50 something. All right. Strong as hell. All right. Yeah. Say what you want. Mm-hmm. You take one of them jokers there, man. You can work them. Hey, they'll work with you all goddamn day. All right. Work 2 and 3 jobs, nigga. All right. Yes, be 50 something, damn near 60 something years old, dude. All right. Working. All right. Some of y'all know people like that. All right. And shit like that, because keeping yourself physically active, dude, keeps you alive. All right. Yeah. All right. It keeps you living. All right. You know what I've seen that's critical? people, at least where I was working here originally, working for the school board, the moment that they retire, you die. All right? These folks will put 30 years in, 35 years. All right? No, they old, dude. All right? Yeah, every year, if you work in Maryland, you're going to be shoveling snow. You're going to have to put ice down. We're talking about long sidewalks where the kids come in at. This is every year. All right? No, you're not going to have enough sick days for all that and days. All right? You're going to have to split some of this shit. All right? You might have half and half. All right? Whatever days you know you're going to take off, you don't want to work. All right? And then them days you know you're going to have to come in. All right? You got to break it down on what you want to do. All right? Yes, indeed. All right? But for them cases, you will be coming in on the wintertime, nigga. All right? So because of all of that physical labor back and forth, what your body is used to, dude. All right? You take all of that and go and take that away. No gym regimen. Some of you niggas ain't really going outside like that to walk around. All right? You're out of shape. All right? No, some of y'all are skinny and you're out of shape. All right? Right. You're eating trash. Your body's in bad shape. All right? You're out of breath like the fat people. All right? Coming up the steps. All right? No, and you're skinny. All right? These are bad days here year to day. I'm just telling the truth. All right? Don't let people fool you. All right? Shit. All right? You know, are you sure? All right? I tell everybody you might want to get a good look at that nigga. All right? Yeah, if you got to ask yourself a whole bunch of questions, then whatever you sitting here looking at may not be as thoroughly lined up as you just thought it was, dude. Now, you might have to investigate some more. All right? Right. Yeah, it may not be to your assessment. Now, let's go back here to the paperwork once again. All right, that's him and his wife. All right, developing. It has been reported that Lena, the plug, has filed for divorce from Now No Jumper founder Adam 22 on her birthday, is seeking full custody of their 5-year-old child, according to TMZ. Documents show that Lena says that she does not have a job and her only income is $3,000 a month, monthly, spousal support from Adam. Even though he kicked me off his show, I hate to see a nuclear family break. All right, damn. All right, well, I guess he's got right to talk like this. All right, like I said, you threw this dude off your show, which I don't knock you. All right, no, he's a bootlicking coon. All right, I don't care what you do to him. All right, I don't give a damn what you do to him. All right, no, not at all. The rest of the black people don't care either. All right, no, I just talked to him. All right, hold on here, fair use.
Your baby mama ain't even supposed to say no damn.
All right, hold on, let me see what this is.
Yeah, I know. Not a fan. Yeah, I'm after that shit. For what? I mean, I don't even want to talk about it.
It's bad?
Yeah.
Oh,
You gotta go.
I'll go with him. No, it's okay. Like I can't have someone disrespect you.
Oh, my bad, bro. I didn't know Adam.
My thing is, you such a bootlicking Sambo here. I don't care. All right, you thought you could just do that to that man and then walk in his show? All right. Yeah, the man just showed something foul there. All right, with his daughter on the screen and his picture. All right, they showed it afterwards. All right, Like, yeah, you a foul nigga. Some of y'all be playing with death, dude. All right, that's his blood, his daughter. You got some inappropriate shit on the screen. You a little coon ass, nut ass nigga. And I know this even for the most squarest guy on the planet. You don't play with their kids, dude. All right. You see how quick he threw his ass out of there? All right. When have you ever, ain't this the same guy that was sitting here telling Whack 100 that he should just have to let some buster ass Latino dude in there? All right. Just let him in there. Let him talk. Whack was getting ready to kill his dude in there. All right. Right. Same guy to you. I'm talking about one of the lowest scumbags in the world. I want drama by any means. All right. He has a drama queen in there with this long head nigga. All right. And decides to completely pass, family. All right. Not only that, he escorted him towards the door. And that also shows you how much of a buster ass nigga Fresh is. Because look at how stupid he looks over there. All right. That looks like somebody who knows what the deal was already. All right. That's why you hang around buster ass niggas like Myron Gaines, dude. All right. That's the only places that this gonna fly. You see, a real nigga would have threw your bitch ass out too. All right. You would have had to leave. All right. Play no games, nigga. All right. No, you over here chilling with my enemies, nigga. Get your bitch ass out of here. All right. Yeah, you in here cupcaking with my enemies. All right. Yeah, go and get your ass over there. All right.
It made my body
No, let me make it easy on you. All right. Hold on. Fair use.
What the fuck are you doing here? Yeah, I know. Not a fan. Yeah, I'm after that shit. Yeah. For what? I mean, I don't even want to talk about it.
That?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. He decided to post something very much derogatory. All right. With his daughter up there. And he said they try to act like he ain't know, like, dude. Yeah. A real nigga would have told you you would have had to get your bitch ass out of there too, Fresh. You think they didn't sit in a car and discuss that? Of course they did. All right. Folks hoping, oh, well, it's just a little bit of trolling. He'll understand. Not when you start involving people's kids, nigga. All right. Yeah, for the average sane person. All right. All that I was just joking shit goes out the window. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Because now I'll read the rest of this since y'all have seen the short and simple things. All right. And this is her pretty much putting the rest of the expected cuck factors out here publicly. All right. No, about Adam's cuck agreement. All right. That's what it is. All right. Oh, it's only a cuck agreement. Ain't no man gonna sit up in here and agree to some shit like this. All right. I don't want to hear from his mouth. All right. This is why she said she wants a divorce. Fair use.
I did the scene with Jason. We had a fun little press run, and I haven't seen him since the scene. I don't know when the next time I'm going to see him is, people just can't really believe that could be the case. It's like, oh, she's still thinking about him. She's fucking him behind Adam's back. Like, everyone just makes these little backstories because it is all of their fears in their relationships. I think it also really pissed them off that I'm in this relationship with Adam, and Adam like allowed me to go do this thing because they think in some way that I'm going to influence their wife or their girlfriend to request the same thing, or like I'm sort of normalizing it when I'm not really normalizing it. Like, I'm a sex worker. Like I wanted to do more in my I did the scene with Jason. We had a little fun little press run.
I don't think this is the clip.
I haven't seen him since the scene. I don't know when the next time I'm gonna see.
I don't think this is the clip. The clip that I'm looking for is her sitting up in here telling us, all right, why, all right, exactly why, all right, she's getting a divorce. All right. And what she said in that case, and if I can go ahead to spell it out for y'all, I want to make it easy, is that she said that the reason that she was getting this divorce is because Adam stepped out on her. He cheated. And the rules that they had set, because I'm glad I can remember this, is that she can go out and indulge in street meat. All right. She can. Only her. All right. But you, with your goofy ass, all right, you can't lay up with no extra hoes. All right. Because that might end up cutting in on the money. All right. I added that piece on. All right. I added that last piece on. All right. But the rest, all right, I'm paraphrasing, is to the lines of what she said. In other words, he can't get no extra. All right. She can stuff her plate, all right, with as much extra as she desires. All right. And you better not say nothing. All right. Right. No, this is what I'm hearing correctly. And because Adam cheated, that's the word she said, he cheated. All right. That's why she's filing for divorce. All right. And she's filing for divorce, family, because she has understood that no woman wants to travel around with a guy that's the damn butt of the joke, man. All right. No niggas is laughing at you. All right. No, man. If you're a joke in society, dude, all right, your man joke, so are you. Mm-hmm. Yep. If he's a clown, so are you. No, I'm getting some people running the bed, they getting the table, they running the table, they getting the bag. I don't want to hear that silly ass shit. All right. If he looks silly, so do you. All right. Those same people laughing behind his back, all right, who got the audacity to snicker with you. All right. Yeah, because some of y'all ain't got no damn shame. You don't give a shit about your house. You don't care. All right. Not going to sit and act like you care now. All right. You think it's okay to sit up in here with the enemy and kiki with the lame nigga you got in the house. All right. You see the disconnect. The problem with that situation is you got to get in the bed with him. All right. That nigga you kikiing with that don't even fool with you like that. All right. They ain't got to do that. All right. Right. So once again, I go back to my point. If they look silly in the street, your man. All right. So do you. All right. And old Lena the plug wanted to get the stench, all right, of Adam up off of her and see if she can get a few extra miles, all right, off of that box and those good looks of hers, all right, before it's too late. No, I got to hurry up and get away from this lane. All right. No, it don't matter, dude. There's plenty of lame niggas with money, dude. Mm-hmm. But let's go to TMZ. All right. Lena the plug files for divorce from Adam 22. Lena the plug is pulling the plug on her marriage with Adam 22. All right. TMZ has learned. All right. Lena filed the divorce documents in LA County without a lawyer on June the 1st. Oh my God. All right. Which happened to be on her birthday. Damn. All right. Do you know what I want more than anything else in the world? To get away from your lame sucker ass. All right. I'm tired of people laughing at us every time we go walk past somewhere. All right. Yes. Okay. No, nigga, You up in here promising Crip Mac the cheeks, nigga. All right? Crip Mac is running around grabbing up on your old lady. Talking about how he gonna smash. All right? No, dude, a man's cupboard is everything. I know so many folks in here that will, that will body you over their woman, man. All right? Well, catch your body. All right? You don't have the sanctity of your cupboard, dude. All right, of what's yours. All right? No, it's been publicly violated. All right? By Mr. Jason. All right? No, for 10 grand, you paid 10 grand. All right? To watch your woman get slaughtered on camera for 40-something minutes. All right, these are facts, dude. These are facts, man. Jason said this is how the text messages went. This is how he went. He said some people are crazy. All right? He was referring to Adam, man. All right? Like it will never leave his mind, Halls, and I'm going to be clear on this. It will never leave hers. And since it's in the public's mind, it will never leave their mind. Thus, nobody can ever truly give Adam some real respect. It doesn't matter who you're the boss of. All right? Who you cut checks for. All right? It's that stigma of, damn, I'm in lame hood. All right? No, I wish I can wake up and, all right, deal with a man that is respected, all right, on a different level other than day-to-day filth and gossip. All right? Yeah, oh, and him being a complete lame. All right? Who just lets me walk all over top of him. All right? When the guy I'm sleeping with goes to fight him, he just lays in the ground. All right? Yeah, dude, a buster. All right? Yeah, a woman's heart can only take so much of this. All of like Lena, the plug, is the big definition of the lie. All right? All you simp ass niggas are sitting here being told. All right? She's emphasis on that. All right? Yeah, they can take some time getting Gucci bags and Prada this and milking money out here and there and using the daughter as an excuse to get some more money. All right? Sheltering bread away. All right? Looking at your little lame ass. All right? But like all things in here, Halls, that are temporary. All right? No, the cheeks that are meant for the streets, nigga, have an expiration date, nigga. All right? They got a time when they're leaving, dude. All right? And that's just the game. All right? No, you got her from the game. Now you got to return her back to the game, nigga. All right? Oh, there it is. All right? No, it has an expiration date. All right? On when she knows she's got to leave. All right? To try to reprice these butt cheeks here. All right? Yeah, to re-auction these butt cheeks. All right? Right. It ain't just her. It's plenty of little single moms you see out here running the same game. All right? A rack of them. All right? That's why she don't mind getting in line with it. The way she sees it, she would rather stand on her own and still be able to collect your money, all right, than to have to stand next to you to enjoy it, dude. Even with the perks and everything else that you already purchased. All right? That speaks volumes, baby, when a woman files for divorce on her birthday. All right? No, she's hated you for years, dude. Listen to me. For years. All right? Couldn't stand your goofy ass. All right? She knows how some of the laws work, how many years you got to be in. All right? No, these women be calculated, baby. And with a simp ass dude like this, all right, there are no limits. All right? What can't she do? All right? She tested everything. All right? And he showed that he'll just break, dude. All right? Absolutely. Even in a place where you're supposed to stand, be prepared to, goddamn it, all right, to give you life, all right, upon protecting your cupboard, nigga. All right, you just hand this off to old Jason. All right, yeah, you were finished right then and there. All right, the fact she even came up to you to ask you, you were done. All right, because she was going to do it anyway. All right, let me keep rolling. All right, she filed in LA County. All right, and the documents in LA County without a lawyer, June the 1st, which happened to be her birthday, and wants legal and physical custody over their 5-year-old daughter, according to the divorce documents obtained by TMZ. All right. For those who don't know, the couple has a very successful podcast and OnlyFans account, which also makes a very unique relationship. They shoot porn content with people outside their marriage, together and individually, and interview those people on their pods. Adam also hosts his popular No Jumper podcast without her. All right. That being said, the documents with Lena says that she does not have a job and her only income is $3,000 a month spousal support from Adam. All right. Of course, she is a very successful creator on OnlyFans, but in the documents, she makes it sound like she has no control over the revenue, saying, I have no success. No, hold on. I have no access to any financial resources in this marriage or actual financial information. So all amounts earned are estimates. Yeah, she's playing games. All right. Oh, her lawyer told her to go ahead to put this shit in there like that. All right. Oh, listen, clear. All right. Yeah, it's about playing confused. All right. Yes. Don't be, nigga, do not sit up in here and be shocked and if she didn't hire a forensic accountant, Halls, just in case you hiding anything. All right. Don't be shocked, buddy. All right. If she didn't, as clever as she went to file it on her damn birthday. All right. She didn't already have a forensic accountant looking through the books. All right. Yeah. Adam might get threatened. They may be able to handle this shit out of court, depending on what his ass been doing. All right. Yes. All right. Simon Stern your ass in there. All right. No, what his wife was able to do to him. Hold on. That she also says that they have 1.1 million entertainment studio and she wants half of that in the divorce. Oh shit. So she wants 500,000 somewhere around that. All right. 500. All right. Excuse me. Look, she wants over 500,000 here, dude. So you might as well say 600,000. All right. She wants in a range of that. All right. She would like her piece. All right. She wants half of 1.1 million. All right. So whatever y'all want to go ahead to put that on, she would like half. And you could, yes, Adam, unless you're going to go ahead to cases to a financial terms to just pay her up or pay her off. All right. That means you would have to go ahead to sell that damn studio. So now she's causing you other problems. All right. No, that means you're going to have to break bread with that studio so that she can get her half the same way if y'all owned a home together. All right. And she filed for divorce and she wanted half. All right. If y'all don't come to an agreement on that home, well, then y'all going to have to sell that home. All right. Yeah, that's what the courts will go ahead to order, goddammit. All right. Yes. Hold on. This is how it turns out bad for some of these men. As you see, they done sat down to pay for a home. You got 3-4 kids. All right. No, the courts is getting ready to bust your head, Halls. She ain't been working for the last 4 years. All right. Calculating around your ass. All right. No, because all that's going to burn you. All right. All of that. All right. Every dime. All right. Hold on. Anyway, let me go back in here. All right. So she said that she also says that they have a 1.1 million entertainment studio, and she wants half of that in the divorce. All right. They got married back in 2023. Funny how time flies with a sucker. All right. Sorry, you are what you are. You are already getting the milk for free. Your daughter is 5 years old. All right. I'm going to be a weird follower. All right. No, I'm a clown. So you see, I'm just going to be a weird follower and do what I see everybody else doing and go marry some hooker. All right. How'd that work out for you? All right. No, as far as your manhood, she's completely destroyed your reputation. All right. No, any woman that dates you understands that she can still dip off and get some BBC. All right. No, because publicly you let Lena do it. All right. So what you trying to say? All right. No, that Lena is more special than I am. All right. No, you gonna have to deal with that forever. You can't even front, nigga. All right. Yeah, I thought because Lena did it. All right. Then she filed divorce from your clown ass. All right. That you didn't mind. As long as you can record it. All right. Yeah. That's how the women are able to come to you now. It's on the table now. No, it's right there. All right. No, like a bad pierogi on a plate, nigga. It's right there. All right. Yes, indeed. And yeah, you're going to have to act like you see it. All right. Because they are. All right. Hey, ain't you that guy? All right. And you mess with, what you call it? Lean the plug. Right. Yeah, they already sitting in here calculating on how to spin you. No. And she had you for a couple years, Halls. All right. I want to say about 5, maybe close to 6 years altogether. And that's all she can stomach. All right. She finessed his beanhead ass down the aisle. All right. Destroyed his reputation. All right. And then left him to go pick up all the pieces, nigga. And by the way, I want half. All right. These are the consequences of being thirsty. All right. And eating random pussy crumbs from off the floor. All right. Getting married to him. All right. Yeah, you bought a big rash home and married it. All right. Sorry, it is what it is. All right. When you start going ahead and you are participating in this adult porn, this what you call it, porn, rather amateur porn, selling business. All right, it's what you do. All right, and this is where he picks his wife from. What do you think is going to happen? All right, yeah, of course she would get bored. All right, you talk about her? Yeah, of course. All right, looking at your lame ass every day here, Halls. All right, this is what thirst does to people and being a follower. All right, some of y'all better learn how to think for yourself, dude. All right. No, getting married was her idea, Halls, not his. His daughter was already born. All right. Let's keep these facts on the table. He ain't get married till 2023, which means she kept a fish on the hook. All right. No, she kept a damn fish on the hook, nigga. All right. All the way down to the circumstances of where she needed you. All right. Stop working. All of that. Slowed down with all of this working and shit. All right. And locked in on your ass. All right. Yes, indeed. To the point where she in there telling the judge, yeah, I don't know exactly. I stayed out of the finances. I wouldn't know. These are all estimates. I wouldn't know nothing. All right. Yeah, that's somebody trying to make sure that she taps them sweet pockets of yours. All right. Yeah. All right. Hold on. We're going to keep going. There's more. All right. Hold on. That's been said. Hold on here. Let me make sure I'm missing nothing. She got married back then. Something. All right. Tax day. All right, hold on. All right, that being said, they're still about making that money. On Tuesday, the co posted a prom pic for a new podcast episode, and Lena liked and commented on it. We've reached out to Lena and Adam, but no word back. Yeah. And that's because they would like to put some of the stuff that they have forward first here. And yeah, they can go ahead to do that. All right. Like I said in here, this shit, the merits look like some type of sham in a forest anyway. But the more that you can go ahead to look at it, the more simped out and stupid Adam looks. All right. That was the TMZ article that I just read to you. All right. Yeah. The more you look at it from June the 3rd, the more simped out he looks, man. The bad shit, the more worse shape he's in. All right. Yeah. None of it's good, dude. All right. What's the good part? Ain't none of it good. All right. Yep. And they're going to cook your ass. All right. And I'm glad. All right. Shit, that goes to show you for all these jokers that want to play around, dude. All right. You think it's a joke to simp off, all right, your greater years here in life here, dude, and do a whole bunch of suckerism. All right. No, you will pay for the courses of time for sitting around in here playing around, baby. All right. No, you're going to pay that up. All right. And he could have easily, all right, sent her home after he finished dealing with her. All right. No, you're all simped out. All right. Yeah. You want company. I mean, but she's cool. Hoes are supposed to be fun. That's why they hoes. All right. Yes, hoes are fun. Yes. But you still don't forget to send their asses home. All right. Right. You had a good time. You tired, ain't you? All right. Yeah. Clear your house out. All right. Right. Yeah. Get this riffraff out of here. All right. Yeah. That's how you stay down and dirty. This is how you're so attached to. I do mean this. All right. Deeply here. All right. You keep your pimp shoes clean. All right. Yeah. You don't sit up in here and contain as much swamp juice on you as possible. All right. No, a nigga stuck in Walgreens. You just on the couch eating Celeste pizzas. All right. And she done watered you down. All right. No, with as much love as possible, dude. All right. You can't move. All right, man. I'm chilling, man. All right. I ain't doing nothing. All right. I ain't coming out. All right. She got you. All right. Legs stretched out. All right. You're done. All right. Nigga finished. All right. That nigga is finished. Hold on here. Adam, hold on. Yeah, a nigga all the way done. All right. Yes, you are. Because you done stayed in Walgreens too long here. All right. Let me make sure I got this shit straight here. All right. Adam 22. All right. Now I'm missing the A where the A is at. Hold on. All right. Because if this is her going in on him. All right. Adam 22 goes live about the red pill rant after recent divorce. And Lena and saying that he pimped her and the relationship was strictly business. And don't nobody want to hear that dumb shit from you. All right. You ain't pimped some damn woman. All right. In any circumstances where you didn't have a damn child by her, dude. I don't believe that. All right. I don't believe it. All right. Lena posted a video with her new man after filing divorce against her husband because she caught him cheating with a man. And my new man is going to be so rich. I'm getting $500K a month in court. I tried to stay with Adam, but he likes men. All right. I can believe this. Why? All right, because why in the hell would you like to sit there and watch some big black dude, all right, become the Terminator on your wife? Unless that's something you enjoy. All right, right. All right. I don't want to hear nothing. Oh man, sometimes he just might be a freak, or he's like, man, I don't want to hear that shit. All right, I don't want to hear it. All right, certain things make sense, and then other shit don't make any sense at all. All right, that makes all the sense in the world. If statement is to be known as truth. Let's check this out here. Fair use.
I would assume you would know not to stick any fingers in my.
I don't think I've ever done that to a man.
That's a great
try
answer.
To do that to you out of nowhere?
No, but I've had girls like make comments. I guess I have to specify. No, thank you.
My no's are written by my husband.
Okay.
So his big no is
Nope. Just saying.
yes, which I know is so strange for you. That is his rule, and I respect it. Are you like soft in the bedroom? Like, what's your vibe?
I kind of learn my partner's energy,
Okay.
and if you're like giving me more submissive vibes, then I'm going to be a little more dominant with you. If you want to be a little more passionate, I can be a little more passionate and dominant at the same time too. You know what I mean? Not as rough. Or if you just want to keep it like full on robotic, you know what I mean? And just like it doesn't sound fun, you know.
Okay, what if she's like really scared and nervous?
Uh,
not asking her friends, you know?
If she's really scared and nervous, then more of a slow work way into it.
Okay.
And then as the intensity builds up, then it gets a little harder.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm prepared for that.
Oh, this ain't answer nothing. Just get this trash off my screen. Y'all are a bunch of scutter buckets. Take you and your goddamn loser ex-husband, all right, and head down to the bottom of Schitt's Creek. And don't forget to take him downtown. All right? Don't forget to take everything. All right? Yeah, I hope she cleans you out, Halls. All right? Seriously. All right? I hope she takes everything. All right? A dog she doesn't even like, nigga. All right? She don't even feed the dog. Nothing. All right? I hope she takes that with her, nigga. All right? Yeah, I hope she gets to take Scruffy. Uh-huh. Oh, you goddamn right. All right? Because you think it's okay to play games. Oh, this was all for entertainment. This was all. No, it wasn't. Nobody ass moves like that son and the state behind her and that. Oh, grape who here having nigga. All right. What chess move is that? All right. Niggas just say stupid shit. All right. No, that gives her the right. No prenup, no nothing. All right. But you using her for promotion. No, she used you for the bag she came in there to get. And she can show you better than she gonna be able to tell your goofy ass. All right. You ain't used Linda for nothing. She destroyed your reputation amongst men. All right. Yeah, whatever coolness, gangster, all right, realness that some of these youngins thought they were able to get off of you. All of that was stripped off of that man. All right. The moment you seen old Jason, all right, come from around the corner. All right. That was it. All right. No, man, we know what happened to your wife. All right. Even if there was no OnlyFans video. All right. We folks can connect the dots. All right. On what took place with your wife, dude. All right. We know. All right. That's what killed you, dude. So when I say she destroyed your damn career amongst men, that's what I. Because no matter what you have in an argument, in a debate, if a man wants to chop you down, just like Dean the Great did, all right? He said, because he tried to tell Dean the Great, oh, you're known for getting slapped, man. Everybody knows you for getting slapped and this and the third. He said, yeah, and you known for having your woman smashed and you get knocked in the ground. All right? Yeah, he shut Adam right down. All right? No, because he couldn't do it. All right? So you talking about a business deal and you had her, she's destroyed everything you have that's solidly legitimate here that contains realness. You can be a circus clown for as long as you like, Adam. All right. But the veterans and real people and people that would like to be respected, the men, all right, don't care to be clowns their entire life, dude. All right. I don't care how much trouble you do. That's just a fact. No, at some point when you hold your chin, that some men in the room look at you with some cases of admiration or pride, respect, dignity. You don't get that feeling looking at Adam. All right? Yeah, you're already done. All right? And she understands that so much, Halls, that she filed paperwork once again on our birthday. All right? Let's keep rolling.
Look at these clowns. Carmelo Anthony supporters in their matching shirts, drumming and screaming at the camera like a straight-up mob. Self-defense is not a crime. We declare he is free. This is disgusting. Your boy stabbed a 17-year-old kid to death at a track meet. You're out here intimidating people and demanding you walk?
Nah, ain't nobody intimidating nobody. You're a damn pussy, dude. You're a scared little pussy. All right? Who doesn't think that individuals know what you really bark at. All right? You're afraid and go to jump up in people's face, young black ones, too. Terrified of. You don't want his circumstances to become the norm. That's why y'all want to convict him so bad. All right? This is why you're lying. They haven't threatened anyone. All right? They have the right to assemble and protest, Peckerwood. All right? Yes, indeed. All right? Oh, this is sick. Oh, this is just so sick. Why, dude? All right? No, because it speaks against this ultimate power with white supremacy where your past knows that nobody here has received the damn video yet. So you, every network, every clown, you're over rails to call Carmelo all types of murderers here with no physical evidence. All right? None. All right? Wouldn't the proper thing be, all right, you pen button pressing ass jokers, all right, to sit back to wait till we got some of this footage before you just outright keep calling him a murderer? Because the paperwork that's there for everyone does not represent what you're talking about, Halls. All right? It doesn't. All right? That shows a clear line of self-defense. All right? Yeah. No, it's okay for the old white man in a parking lot, all right, after he's shoved to the ground by a black dude, to go shoot and murder him. But now we got to pull all these protocols out for a young man who was minding his own damn business and got harassed by the Metcalf twins to the point where he had to defend himself. All right? Fair use.
No justice, no peace. Just enabling a murderer. The victim's family deserves truth, not this delusional circus. This is why people are losing faith in the system. Let me know what you guys think about this. Look at these clowns. Carmelo Anthony supporters in their matching shirts, drumming.
Look at these clowns. Carmelo in their matching shirts. What do you mean, like Patriot Versus matching shirts? Or the Boogaloo Boys matching shirts? All right, the alt-right matching t-shirts wrapped around their heads. All right. What are you talking about, dude? All right. Notice when you just hear an angry white supremacist, just he wants to complain about something. Look at them with their matching shirts. What? Excuse me? All right. No, I understand. You don't have nothing to hate on. Anything. All right. Yeah, black folks, a lot of us are going to be around this Carmelo situation watching you guys. And y'all problem is that y'all would like us to shake ass to go home. All right. To get preoccupied with something else. No. All right. Well, I said, well, we taking care of business to look one direction. I might be sitting here talking to Adam 22, but I'm not going to leave this talking to Adam 22. All right. Let's get over here to the serious business. That is the case of Carmelo's case because
we want to go back now to our lead story, which is jury selection beginning in just a few hours in the trial of a North Texas teen accused of stabbing and killing a student athlete. 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony is charged with the murder of Austin Metcalf. Trevor Sohaki is live for us this morning outside the Collin County Courthouse this morning with the very latest on this case. And Trevor, this case has actually captured the national attention, particularly on social media, too.
Yeah, that's right, Carmen. There have been debates online over stand your ground laws, race, and lots of misinformation on social media. In fact, there's been so much tension, threats, and controversy that the judge issued a gag order last year to prevent either side from discussing the case. Now, police say the stabbing happened at a Frisco ISD track meet in April of last year after a verbal confrontation between Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. A witness told police that Anthony came over to Metcalf and others in a tent on the bleachers. The 17-year-olds went to different schools and didn't know each other. Metcalf told him to leave. Then Anthony reached into his bag and said, "Touch me and see what happens." One witness said Metcalf touched Anthony, and another witness said Metcalf grabbed Anthony. Police said that's when Anthony pulled out a knife and stabbed Metcalf once in the chest before running away. Metcalf was taken to the hospital where he later died. Anthony was later arrested and charged with murder. According to a police report, Anthony admitted to the stabbing, claiming it was self-defense. He's currently on house arrest at his parents' home. Now, jury selection will begin at 9 this morning. Collin County District Judge John Roach is not allowing any live streaming of the trial inside the courtroom, but we will have a reporter inside that room at all times. We'll bring the very latest updates as they come in. Live.
And we're going to have our people there on the ground, too, to make sure ain't no mischief going on. As I told y'all already, they already plan on inserting this all-white jewelry, in which they're going to use that as we set to play games in here further. All right? As much salt as they can throw and as shady as they can keep it. It's not going to be anything in here where you have some transparent cakes in here where you see injustice. Anywhere that they can go ahead to slide some mud, they'll be right there. All right. Now I want to go ahead to show this young lady here. And where the hell was this at, man? All right. No, this was in News Flash. All right. It says NX. All right. I'm not sure where that is, but this is from the New York Post. All right. Woman falls, man, in a loose manhole. Like hits her chin and everything. Falls right in there. Straight down. All right. Y'all be careful. All right. Yeah, she's just walking regular. Now, luckily, somebody seen her fall in there. All right. No, because she could have had some circumstances where ain't nobody see anything. All right. Yeah, check it out. Like she went straight through. Boom. Yeah. Straight through the damn manhole. All right. As y'all can see, here's going to be a dude to walk up on a motorcycle, what have you, a helmet. He's seen this shit and went over there to help the young lady. That's from another angle right there. All right. Went straight down the damn manhole. All right. Yeah, that's some dangerous shit, man. She could possibly could have lost some teeth, everything. All right. TV. Of how she went down. All right. Yeah. Look, Bow. Because she hit her mouth first. All right. And then went straight down in the joint. All right. Yeah, I hope she has a speedy recovery, man. Y'all be careful, man. You know, they don't give a shit about how they fix certain things here in these parts and towns, from potholes to manholes, any damn thing else you're sitting here looking at. All right. Yeah, take care of your damn self, dude. All right. Yeah. Just walking around, man, and she almost died. All right. Walking on the damn sidewalk. All right. Trusting that the infrastructure and the people in your community have been doing their damn jobs. All right. Yeah, almost was murdered, dude. Speaking of cold-blooded murder, all right. I'm going to need for the ice cream truck to stop pulling up at this man's house. You're wrong. You're taking advantage of this man. All right. No, he's every bit of 600 pounds, y'all. All right. And because you know your funky ass is guaranteed a couple dollars, all right, you keep pulling up in front this man's house. You're going to kill this man. All right. He can barely walk, yo. All right. Look what I'm talking about. He about to go to get the ice cream. Look.
I would say when the ice cream man pulls up, it's the best part of my day. The treats make it worth it for me to push myself to walk outside. And that's my exercise for the day.
Come on.
Hey, what can I get for you today?
Man, you ain't shit. Hey. No, he talking shit about him before he pull up. All right? You ain't worth a damn. That nigga can't even put a pair of slippers on thanks to you. All right, y'all see his feet? All right? No, he can't even fit a decent pair of shoes, man. All right? You trying to kill this man. You got him over here shaped like goddamn David Blunt. All right? Trying to sell him some more ice creams so you can get wealthy. All right? He come up there skinning and grinning, Halls. All right? Some old dried up nigga. All right? Yeah, and this wide back nigga gonna say, oh, this is all the exercise I get for today. Huh? All right? No, to get out the house, come out front and sit on the porch. All right? And wait for the ice cream truck to go. All right? That's all the exercise. All right? He deep breathing and everything. Hold on.
Hey, what can I get for you today?
What's going on, man?
All right.
I need 3 sodas,
3 sodas.
2 bags of hot Funyuns.
2 bags hot for you.
A Nutty Buddy,
All right.
a strawberry shortcake,
All right.
an ice cream sandwich, 2 fudge round pies,
All right.
and Nutty Buddy, a plain Nutty Buddy.
Okay. All right. Give me a minute.
Man. Yeah, why don't you just call Instacart, nigga? All right? If you're going to be trifling. All right? I mean, it may cost you less. All right? You're going to pay this ice cream man top dollar to kill you. All right? No, at least you can sprinkle something there in your diet that's good, dude. Yeah, you need a plant-based diet immediately. All right? Take all of that shit you just ordered and put it in the garbage can. All right? All of it. All right? Let the mice eat it, goddammit. All right? Yeah, you need fruits and you need a good plant-based diet, dude. All right? That's what the hell you need. All right? Don't you put another calorie in your damn... Look, man. Don't you put another goddamn piece of ice cream in your mouth, nigga. All right? Yeah, somebody needs to stop him from himself. All right? Sitting here letting this dude go ahead to slowly kill himself. I ain't got no respect for any of it, dude. All right? We need to love our people a whole lot more. And he can do it. All right? No, he can do it. All right. He ain't got to be shaped like that. All right. And I believe in him. All right. Let me say that. Yeah, if he starts to get it popping, I think he can get it done. All right. And I mean that for the cases of, I'm not trying to disrespect any of the plus size people, but for anybody that is up in weight or what have you, and I know you, I want you to live. All right. Like, I care for you. I would like you to live. All right. More so for yourself. All right. Than anything, of course. All right. Live for you. All right. But for the moments that you may not have been able to enjoy yet, Halls. All right. For that. All right. Yeah, I want you to see you have those moments, but you gotta live first, nigga. All right. Yeah, put the chili Fritos down, nigga. Put them down. All right. Shit. All right. Some of y'all done had your fair share. I told some of you niggas when we was younger, you can't just sit back and eat whole pizzas and whole extra large pizzas and shit. All right. The shit's gonna come back on you, nigga. All right. Notice when I'm skinny sitting back in the day telling some of my friends and family, dude. All right. You better stop that shit. All right. Next thing you know, you woke up, dude. All right. And you couldn't shake a pound off your ass. All right. No, your breathing is different. All right. God damn it. Your knees are shaped different, nigga. All right. Your back is getting a little wider. All right. And I told you. All right. No, with all these calories and shit like this fat shit ain't a game, dude. All right. A lot of y'all been, I'm telling you, within the last 10 years have been walking a tightrope, nigga, a thin line. All right. No, between a wide back nigga, all right, and being in shape, dude. All right. Yeah, playing, I'm talking about jumping back and forth. All right. Yeah. And for some of y'all folks, you learning now, dude. Yeah, you can't play around in the snack department. If you look at some little Debbie's too long, some of y'all niggas will gain 5 or 6 pounds. Huh? No, if they catch you staring at them for too long. All right. That's the boat that you're in. All right. That's why I'm saying I want you to live, Halls. All right. Get back to doing what you used to do. All right. Yeah, it's easy for everybody in here to do bad, myself included. All right. Let's go on back up in here to get to No Neck Martin. Give me a second. Fair use.
Black people, the same thing though for black people who right now who are watching and listening. We got a lot of black people who sit in and say, "Oh, Latasha and Cliff, man, y'all doing a great job. Man, we praying for y'all." And I believe in prayer. But prayers don't fund staff.
Don't nobody want to give you any money, nigga. All right? It's dirty. It's almost like a cuss word, nigga. All right? For this big, bad, built-looking nigga to ask you for some bread. All right? No, the Democrats ain't got you, nigga. All this tap dancing you been doing. All right? They ain't hook you up, nigga. All right? No, when have prayers not been good enough wide back, nigga? All right? Hey, prayers don't fund staff. And they're not trying to fund your staff either, nigga. All right? You got them in here working for a handful of jelly beans, nigga. And you're wrong. All right? No, Reese, Derek Carr, and Hebotep, all right? What's his name? Rafael Santiago is working for a handful of jelly beans, Halls. All right? That's what you got going on over there. All right? Yeah, they don't fund staff.
Prayers don't fund on the ground. This is a moment where we're in this anti-DEI backlash. It's impacting Black groups. They've been impacted by a significant drop in funding. A lot of these progressive donors are listening to white strategists. They keep putting money on TV. So if there's a moment that Black people watching this documentary needs to learn is, if y'all keep saying we are not our ancestors, you're actually proving it by inability to fund Black freedom today.
What are you talking about, dude? No, they're not, dude. If Black freedom today was to die, your network, your funding joint, all right, there would be no backlash. Nothing to be felt here within black society, dude, other than a weight to be lifted off of our necks. All right. No, we got some old turncoat Democratic shields off the block, nigga. It will be cause for celebration. All right. Don't you forfeit a coin, nigga. All right. Cats like Roland need to go. You want to support something, please support my platform. Let me put that up here. All right. Oh, yeah. I need all the support in the world in here to support black empowerment. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, it'll be going to a right cause. All right. No, not. All right. To make sure that Roland can go purchase a couple more Oscots, nigga. All right. No, and Slippery Earls. All right. Yeah. You ain't got to pay for that. All right. No, so he can come in front of you with another cowboy hat on. All right. No more of that shit. All right. Yeah.
Freedom today. And so the challenge, people watching this, they should be empowered, they should be enlightened, they should be educated, and all of that. But they also should be moved to say, man, I got to put my money where my mouth is. If a lot of us are funding Sunday brunch, our freedom, then you can't be shocked when you don't have folk willing.
Sir, you're not fighting for them, even with all the money that they didn't already gave. You ain't never did shit for nobody but yourself. So what you mean you gonna fight now if they give more money, nigga? You ain't been fighting. All right? That's the problem. The nigga been around here for 30 years. All right? With his hands out like that, dude. All right? No, if it's not his sponsors and shit, it's the damn same white folks he's sitting in here complaining about. All right? Yeah, if you corporations that give me more media dollars, black media dollars, all right, then your messages can be put out. All right? This is what he's here for. He's doing this shit 24/7. All right? 365 days of the year, dude. All right? Yes, this is what he's doing. All right? At some point in his time, nigga, all right, here's the pitch about how much money you need to give him, all right, for your dead ass news network that nobody gives a rat's ass about. All right? You're not waking black people up, dude. If anything, if you got the chance, you're putting them to sleep. All right? No, they getting woken up to the bottom line, Santee Walden and so many others, Professor Black Truth. All right? Brother Tyreek. All right? And so many others. All right? Junior the Truth. That's what they getting woken up to. All right? No, not to No Neck Martin, nigga. All right? You ain't got no information. All right? No, because every conversation's got to get to this at some point. All right, we got to start talking like this.
They should be enlightened, they should be educated, and all of that is, if y'all keep saying we are not our ancestors, you're actually proving it by your inability to fund Black freedom today. And so the challenge, people watching this, they should be empowered, they should be enlightened, they should be educated, and all of that. But they also should be moved to say, man, I got to put my money where my mouth is. If a lot of us are funding Sunday brunch, but not funding our freedom, then you can't be shocked when you don't have folk willing to stand up and fight.
Well, it doesn't matter, Roland, because you ain't never fought for nothing but to get at the front of the hotline buffet line, nigga. All right? That's all you fought for. All right? No, to get the first plate. All right? The hotline buffet. That's where you at the front lines at, nigga. All right? You ain't did shit for black people. All right? Except for going ahead to financially pat your pockets, dude. That's what we seen from the $350,000 that you collected from the Kamala Harris re-election campaign, No Neck Martin. All right? That's what we remember. All right? Yeah, so, yeah, I assume that you're going to continue. Seeing how your palms out, how you got them out? I assume you're going to keep serving yourself, nigga, regardless if these people donate or not. All right? Yeah, get his stinking ass up out of here. All right. Yeah, this is the problem. All right. No, you thought you were Five Finger Freddy. You're not, nigga. All right. No, they really call me Five Finger Freddy. No, they don't. No, they don't. All right. You're not Five Finger Freddy. All right. You just some dried up nigga who has stayed past his expiration date time, nigga. All right. That's all. All right. Extra old leaves and wood chips that need to be swept away. That's what you are. All right. Loose Dutchy guts, nigga. All right. That's all you are. All right. No, I got to spit it simple and plain. All right. Now I found the whole clip with Charleston White making his claims in here. All right, on the cases of the Austin Metcalf family, where he said he apologized and he was wrong, and he also mentioned what I told you that Aiden Ross donated $10,000 to the Metcalf family. Fair use.
Since I said that, I want to take the time to apologize to Carmelo Anthony's family. Man, I was all the way wrong about that kid. I was all the way wrong about that kid, homie.
Yeah, he was just indicted.
I was all the way wrong about that kid. I met with his father. I've been meeting with his father regularly. I had opportunity to talk, piece him up. He go beat these charges. I was under the impression that he brought a knife to school. So I'm taking a knife to school. Fuck him. He didn't take a knife to school. He didn't even know these two white boys. These two white boys just came over there with him because he was with another kid that knew those white boys. So he a new black kid who these big old white boys, big white boys. He a small frame kid. One of the white boys was on that side, one of the white boys on that side. So either way go, they had him blocked in. And these some big white boys. These are some big, violent, aggressive white boys who got guns. And not only that, the one he killed whooped their daddy.
Come on now. Now put that into your minds, baby. All right? This one time I'm going to tell you to listen to Charleston White. Put that in your mind. All right? The Metcalf twin that Carmelo killed was at home kicking his father's ass. All right? We were wondering why his father was in crutches and shit, why he had that band on. All right? Yeah, it seems to me that all of this shit makes sense. All right, well, yeah, why was he had an ace band on, or what you call it on anyway? Oh, because that same son that was murdered kicked your ass. All right? He had been in the house breaking the foot off in your ass. All right? Anytime he get angry. All right? No, I'm gonna wake up and beat dad up, Halls. All right? And I don't want to hear this shit either about how it don't go. I've seen this shit personally. I'm talking about as a young black man hanging out with a few of my white friends. All right? And one of their fathers come home in a pickup truck here. All right? I think it was Tom's dad. All right? The dude's name was Tom. All right? I guess he was Tom Jr., so it was Tom Sr. He pulled up in his truck. All right, it's a true story. All right, it's late at night. All right, we had been smoking weed and whatever, doing what young people do. I was probably like one of the only black guy there. All right. And when his father got out the truck, all right, what he said, and I'm deep in Glen Burnie. I'm in Glen Burnie over there, like off of Furnace Branch Road, like deep down in that road. All right. Yeah. All right. Single family homes. I'm around them. All right. It can go down. All right. Yeah. He gets out the pickup truck and he says, yeah, it looks like we got a nigger around here. Man, when I talking about, look, the white dude, Tom, went to work. It's my homeboy. All right. That's his father. He went to work. All right. He hit his father in the mouth with a 5-piece combination, nigga. All right. Right then and there. All right. Dusted him. All right. Had all the respect in the world for it. All right. Yeah. Because I didn't have any time to turn around and check shit. All right. He had already put his father down. All right. 5-piece combination, nigga. All right. Lit him up, dude. All right. Straight to the ground. His pops went straight in the ground. All right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I smiled in approval, nigga. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. You damn right. All right. That's how I know that that's my white buddy. You damn right. That's my homie. All right. Because I didn't have to say or do anything. All right. He just went to work. All right. But never mind that. I don't want to put the Metcalf twin into that. I'm just saying this to the cases that it's not uncommon for y'all to beat up on your damn fathers or your mother. All right. Grandmother too. All right. Now y'all taught to beat up the whole damn house. All right. Hold on.
See, the daddy coming into the picture playing like he been around. The dad ain't been around. We would think the black dad ain't around. The white dad ain't around. The mother don't even identify the daddy as the husband. So he must have been an abusive father. He ain't even been in their life. So he just come and get in the light. He just come and get in the light. So he a low down dirty cracker. His sons are bullies. They bullying on the kid. They no, because he black. Get from up under the tent. Man, y'all tripping. I ain't going nowhere. And they got a reputation of beating up people.
And this is what they're not putting out here. No, this is good media. You see, for the cases of spreading every degenerate thing that Charleston White has, they'll make sure that it gets over 1 million and something views for shit like this. All right. They put the brakes on. All right. Because you don't want to popularize these things. All right. The cases of people telling the truth and actually putting some character to these kids. All right. As he said, they gangsters, they roll around with guns. You picking on a kid that just got here. All right. I told y'all about the size difference and how much bigger these kids are. Cornering him. He also confirmed what I said. Wasn't nobody sitting down. All right. They cornered him, dude. All right. No, all of these different factors where if you ain't talking about these kids mentally feeling deputized, they would have never been in Carmelo's face. All right. Hold on.
His sons are bullies. They bullying on the kid. They no, because he black. Get from up under the tent. Man, y'all tripping. I ain't going nowhere. And they got a reputation of beating up people. The one he had to stab, he broke his daddy's ligaments. Big old strong cracker. With a that's minding his motherfucking business, that don't bring harm to nobody. This kid ain't a bad kid. These bully white boys just fuck with the black baby. So now they trying to make it about race. No, it ain't about race. Justice was served when he killed that cracker. Self-defense. And the reason I say that is anybody can go see the video. Why do you think the media outlets ain't promoting to go see this video? You can go up to the school to see it. And if you go up to the school and see it, we all to see this kid will be found not guilty. But because it's in an all-white town in Crackerville and they done made it about race, whoever Sarah Fields is, Sarah Fields, you a rotten motherfucker.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. And not only that here, as he's saying, that withholding of the video, I don't want to stay away from that. That's the biggest point. All right. No, you don't want to just give the truth to the public and let people decide based on what you know self-defense is. It's about booby trapping, hiding. Let's make sure that before he even steps in the courtroom, that there's an all-white jury waiting for him. No, these circumstances are not meant to be just coming in here when you have to get rid of your, they said their last 3 black juries, they had to get rid of him. All right. You didn't have to do a damn thing. You guys chose to rig this trial. And I'm putting this from the cases of the damn prosecutor here. All right. To the judge so far. All right. Because none of this trash should fly if he's supposed to get a trial underneath of the context of a jury of his peers. And he's going to be sitting in there looking at 12 white folks, non-black people. All right. Yeah, he's already halfway doomed and the trial ain't started.
And if I just had some time, I would put an army behind this family, but I ain't got time. It's supposed to be an army because Sarah Fields and the father and somebody who works for the court have been releasing Carmelo Anthony's family information to Sarah Fields. She's been putting it online, and the white folk been going. So they've been having to move. All those lies made up, homie, they can't even get the GoFundMe money. So they hadn't even they can't even touch the Go. So they just trying to smear a campaign, but this what the crackler do. Boy, I wish I can go back to when I was seeing the type of shit. Boy, I wish they could have caught me 3 years ago when I was really on my let's go get the cracker shit. But homie,
Yeah, but we would still have to add in the video of you being 16 years old and being a rat ass dude. Yeah, you gave your homeboy the gun so he can shoot dude. And then you snitched on him. All right. Yeah, ain't nothing G about you. All right. No, because the moment Aiden Ross come in here or Chud the Builder, you want to lick their boots. All right. You're not a solid nigga, dude. You ain't. All right. I'm going to call it how it is. I don't respect Charleston White, dude. I don't. Because I've seen him put that damn jacket on too many times in front of us when he wants to show out and be disrespectful towards black folks. All right. No, he says any damn thing in the world in here, hoping that there's no consequences for him. We don't play that shit. And we keep score. And we hold grudges, nigga. All right. Yeah. Shit like that is very personal. All right. Yeah. You don't get to click back over because, oh, well, I was wrong. We already knew you were wrong. You're just a maniac and a moron. All right. So that means you react to every damn thing. All right. I'm talking about impulsively, without you checking in, looking at research or anything, because this is what you do. All right. Yes. All right. You can tell me that somebody's slow coming back in here. Oh, I was wrong. Well, I have no doubt about that. All right. Sure. You're still a bootleg. All right. Hold on here. Fair.
This means that sometimes the only work available to folks, especially trans women of color, is sex work. Would you work to decriminalize sex work for sex workers, knowing that discrimination is so pervasive in our employment sector, in the formal employment sector, and because people should not be discriminated against because of the circumstances that they have?
Take your short, nasty, all right, sexual degenerate ass back to your funky ass country and sell yourself, yo. All right. He's asking for the politicians to remove prostitution so that he and other degenerates can sell pussy legally. All right. That's why you niggas need to get out of here. You see in some of y'all countries here, Halls, yeah, you know you would possibly get the tire treatment. All right. Sitting up there and trying to talk like this. But you bring your little short midget ass over here. All right. Yeah, trying to change the outcome and the circumstances, how people move around here in America. They told you no in New York City. All right. And these niggas are still going after it here, Halls. I thought it was over then. But that goes to show you that they have not got rid of this argument here, Halls, of where they want cheeks to be sold legally. All right. No, they keep pushing this, dude. All right. Now they got this strange joke in here. All right. And I want to hear what this politician has to say upon, all right, his request.
It's so pervasive in our employment sector, in the formal employment sector, and because people should not be discriminated against because of the circumstances that they have to live under.
That's fine, but that doesn't mean that you have to cross our borders to sell yourself. You can do that at home. All right. Yeah. If you want to stand on a corner somewhere, all right, and invite people to you for money, All right, that's fine, dude. Just take your ass back over to where you come from to do that. That's not the smart and strong and hard workers, all right, that we were talking about when we talk about we want the bestest and the brightest and strongest over here. All right, no, you can keep your bussy rights over there. All right, and whatever you trying to sell yourself for. All right, yeah, we're not interested. All right.
Right. Yes. And that's, once again, it's important to ensure that there's access to the resources, the support networks, the social services, access to healthcare, eliminating the discriminatory practices and laws so that every individual has the opportunity to be able to provide for themselves.
No, if you want to sell yourself, then you need to stay home. All right? Don't sell. This is not a market where your butt cheeks are for sale. All right? You see, some of y'all don't have any education. You ain't got nothing. All right? So you come in here mentally predetermined that I'm going to sell my butt cheeks. All right? No, until I can, muster up enough cash to do X, Y, Z. And I say, look, that's all fine and well, dude. Just keep it in your house. All right? Right. I ain't trying to control how you live. All right? I ain't trying to tell you to stop living like that. All right? Just get the hell out of here. All right? You can argue with Chico or whoever it is over there about the prices or if your ass should be standing there or not. All right? Shit. This is what we mean when we sit here to tell you that Tom Homan was forced to get certain people's feet off the soil, dude. All right? You don't even know what you're doing here. You're just standing in the middle of the street. All right? You got to get out of here. All right? Nigga ain't in line for no food stamps, nothing. All right? Just navigating around here. All right? Yeah. And this is how little weird shit like this gets sought up here. Where he even got the audacity to start running his lips, talking about legalizing selling himself to the politician. All right, why don't you just go home? All right, no, it's a common practice over there. All right, yeah, you can go and fit right in. Ain't nobody gonna ask you nothing. All right, but maybe except for how much. All right, that's it. All right, problem solved. All right. Yeah. Okay. That's why I said I'm done with the bullshit, man. I'm finished. All right. No, just drop them off, dude. All right. You can do as much garbage as you want. Make sure they foot all the way across the border. All right. Yeah, you can drop him right there. All right, right there. All right. Now you can sell yourself as many times as you want. All right. It's no longer a problem of the U.S. All right. Yeah, that's my remedy for it. All right. No, I don't want to hear about how you need to beg a politician to help you break laws in this country. All right. Yeah, you need to move around. All right. God damn it. Too many accommodations have been made. All right. No, for a bunch of jokers who are not only ungrateful, but would like to tweak the raggedy system that's already in place. No, it's already crooked and unbalanced. You're already in the streets, as he admitted to, selling cheeks. All right. Yeah. What's your problem? All right. Yeah. This is what happens when your politicians ain't working. All right. That becomes the primary conversation. All right. That's how you can tell he ain't doing shit. All right. No, when his little funny built ass can come in here with that garbage. All right. No, nobody's working. All right. Not at all. All right. I was going to show this clip here with Dame Dash going off on his brothers, but I ain't going to show that. Shout out to Dame. But I will show this clip here, all right, of Dame Dash defending himself, all right, against some of the cases with Jay-Z. Now, whether y'all know it or not, Dame Dash can roast. All right. If you ever watch documentaries such as the Backstage, he's on there roasting DJ Clue. All right. No, along with a plethora of others. All right. No, Dame Dash would barbecue you. All right. So when you going in there talking about his teeth falling out, all right. No, he had a rebuttal to this. All right. Fair use.
And this is another thing about Jay that I still wonder about, being that he wants to be funny. Jay's breath always used to stink. And you know why? Because for some reason, don't you hate when niggas got bad breath and chew Big Red? It's just cinnamon doodle. Nobody wants to smell that. I hope this nigga is not still chewing Big Red with bad breath on that mic, because that mic must have been stinking. And then he dressed up like a mic. This is not the version, Jay, please. Come, we make Jay great again. That's the new slogan. Make him great again. I don't want to see this happen. Yo, you gotta admit, when you saw the hair, you was laughing, bro. You knew this is gonna be funny. But who told them? Wait, hold on. But hold on. Who you think told? I want to know who told them to do that and like how they put the wig on. How do you think they did that? Like, don't you think they would have videotaped them cutting it off and a bit on the vid? It's no more Dookie. What do you call them?
Yo, man, Dame Dash is petty. What he said, Dookie Big Red. All right. Did he say Dookie Big Red? All right. No, man. No, it's sharp elbows getting thrown around here. All right.
But I hope this nigga is not still chewing Big Red with bad breath on that mic, because that mic must have been stinking. And then he dressed up like a mic. This is not the version, Jay, please. Come, we make Jay great again. That's the new slogan. Make him great again. I don't want to see this happen. Yo, you gotta admit, when you saw the hair, you was laughing, bro. You knew this was gonna be funny. But who told them? Wait, hold on. But hold on. Who you think told? I want to know who told them to do that and like how they put the wig on. How do you think they did that? Like, don't you think they would have videotaped them cutting it off and a bit on the vid? It's no more Dookie. What do you call him? Dookie Wick J. That nigga new name is Dookie Wick, boss. I wish, I don't know how these niggas wasn't cutting this nigga up with them Dookie Wick.
Oh my God, this is inappropriate. Oh man, this is inappropriate. All right. No, he roasted the shit out of him. All right. Leave Dame alone. All right. No, he knows how to shoot. All right. That's the problem. You gotta understand, even for cats back in the day who couldn't rap that was in the booth, they knew how to roast, dude. You had to. All right. Somebody was going to joan on you all the time. And like Dame said, he wasn't roasting people for how much money they spent. He was barbecuing you for having poor taste. Some of these niggas just had stupid shit on. You look dumb. All right. I don't care how much you paid for it. It looks stupid. All right. Right. That's what he would go ahead to say. All right. Y'all, he got it confused with the circumstances with envy. Oh, you was making fun of people for being broke. You say, oh, you something about popping tags. No, I like to pop tags. It's something I do. All right, does that offend you? All right, that's what he said to him on the Breakfast Club interview. All right, yes, indeed. All right, but his point is that, yes, I roast people for having poor taste, dude. All right. Yeah, when he was barbecuing DJ Clue, all right, it was about his damn afro / Caesar that he had on top of his head. All right. Yeah, that's what he was going ahead to roast him on. All right. Yeah, they had barbers on deck and everything. All right. But I respected it more because to a hood sense here, no, he can, just the cases of you being able to roast good, you can relate to everybody in the damn room. All right. He could speak to the big executives and be around the Weinsteins and speak to the most hoodest person on the block here and still be able to relate and build and have a great conversation. That's what type of person Dame is. All right. No, you can visibly just see this in him as he interacts with others. All right. That's not to take any credit from Jay. All right. But he roasted him. All right. No, that was funny. All right. Even if none of it was true, it was funny. All right. I'm a Jay-Z fan. I support his freestyle that he had. All right. But when I heard that shit, the first thing I had to do was start laughing. All right. Dame Dash will roast you. He's a petty nigga. All right. He comes from that class of folks. All right. You know what I grew up underneath of? You couldn't even hang around unless you can roast, nigga. All right. You can't chill. All right. Because if you an awkward nigga like that, then everybody gonna barbecue you when you walk up. Huh? What, you don't know how to defend yourself? Can't say nothing? Good. All right. No, a nigga get a whole 18 pack, nigga, and a half a gallon. All right. And roast you for the next 3.5 hours, nigga. All right. Relentlessly. No, it won't be one person. All right. No, the next nigga's gonna pop up every 35 minutes or so. All right. While they hear everybody laughing. All right. That's how the roasting session goes. All right. No, you need fresh bodies on the scene. All right. No, at some point, somebody else just got off of work. All right. No, and they gonna come and cook you while they still got their work clothes on. All right. Oh yeah. All right. It was in our cases, it was the cases of having a good time here. Because also with Friedman, as much as people try to go at us about us cracking jokes, yeah, after a Friedman go and roast your hairline, all right. No, that man in most cases, if he ain't gonna pay for you to go ahead to shape you up, he gonna get somebody here, the neighbors, to tighten you up, dude. All right, nigga, you don't even know as a barber. Yo, I got you, yo. All right. No, you ain't gotta pay me nothing. I got you for free. All right. What, somebody roasting your tennis shoes? All right. By the time folks finish roasting you, man, one of us are gonna pull a pair of fresh kicks out of our joint. All right. One of us wear your size. Here you go, yo. All right. Take them joints and throw them in the dumpster, yo. All right. Put these on. All right. No, because that's our man's. All right. And truth be told, yeah, we're gonna roast you because you came outside like that today. All right. But in the future, we don't want to see you walking around like that. All right. Yeah, that's why you go ahead to get a pair of kicks on the house, nigga. That's what Freedmen do. Plus, a lot of us have large damn shoe collections. All right. Yeah, you can afford to give a blessing. All right. Yeah, here you go. All right. Right. Take them bullshits you got on and throw them in the dumpster, yo. All right. Right. Mm-hmm. Them shits you got on your feet. All right. Now let's go back over here to AJ. All right. I haven't heard too much from AJ since the unfortunate accident that happened with his trainer, man. 2 of his people lost their lives in Nigeria due to the roads. But he's speaking to the fight that he had with Jake Paul here. And I want to go look at this for a moment.
I always say, no matter if they move around and they run around, I'm that good, I should be able to knock him out in a round, right? However, I knew that if I throw a barrage of punches and I go in there and the referee waves the fight off after 30 seconds or 2 to 3 rounds, I don't think it would have been satisfying. There was a strict message that was given and a task that was laid upon me, and that was to get rid of Jake Paul and remove him from our beloved sport, which is boxing. Whether that took me 1 round, whether that took me 6 rounds, I believe the job was well and truly done. I definitely delivered.
Thank you. Well, that just makes me say thank you even more. Because if his mentals were to the context of getting Jake Paul out of boxing, you did a fine job. Yeah, you broke his jaw. All right. And you reminded every actor and anybody else that wanted to play boxing, this is waiting on you. All right. No, Jake Paul is today's Rocky Balboa. All right. That's all he is. All right. That's why they want to sit him side by side with all of our greats underneath of exhibition context. All right. So he can survive 10 rounds or 12 rounds. I don't want to see that bullshit. All right. No. All right. You didn't start him off like this. So don't try to end his career as if he's a fighter to be taken seriously. No, he's an internet guy who y'all gave careful exhibitions to. All right. Yeah. So you can try to promote something out of him. All right. That's it. All right. Jake Paul was built, dude. In other words. All right. You would never give a black person that opportunity. Nope, not in a million years. You didn't fought Mayweather and Tyson and all these jokers. All right. Yeah, I don't want to really hear it. All right. Yeah, Jake Paul was manufactured, dude. All right. Still is. Now, I have more things to go ahead to speak to with Carmelo here, who's facing from 5 to 99 years. But we'll get back to that tomorrow here, of course, when they continue to follow up with updates and different things concerning that case. I told you the most biggest thing here this evening is the fact that he has an all-white jury that he has to go ahead to face. And I hope that these things get taken care of before the trial starts, because that is in no way, shape, and form a jury of his peers. All right. If he got to come out there and see 12 pale faces. All right. That's not a person who can guarantee themselves any justice. All right. That's what I have to say about this. All right. So we got to make sure that we keep a damn a magnifying glass over top of this case. All right. Yes, indeed. With all that being said, I want to tell y'all to thank y'all. Good evening and good morning. All right. And good evening to some, depending on when you're looking at this broadcast. I am the bottom line, Santee Walden. In a minute. Peace.